my zipper is down, please tell me. Seriously, don't let me wander through Walmart giving strangers access to information that should have remained behind the veil. Just tell me. Because the problem isn't that it's embarrassing. The problem is that I can't see it. Everybody else can, but I can't. And that's exactly how blind spots work. The things that are easiest for other people to see are often the hardest for us to see in ourselves. That's why we call them blind spots. They're not hidden because they're small. They're hidden because they're attached to us. Sometimes it's a zipper. Sometimes it's a bad habit. Sometimes it's pride. Sometimes it's anger. Sometimes it's the way we speak to people. Sometimes it's something we've been doing for years without ever realizing how it affects everyone around us. And if you notice one of my blind spots, don't start a prayer chain. Don't form a committee. Don't create a task force. Don't hold a church meeting. Don't launch a 6-month investigation. Just tell me. Because some problems don't need a discussion. They need a loving conversation. One of the greatest examples of this in Scripture is Jacob. The name Jacob literally means deceiver, one who takes by the heel. Yet nowhere in the early part of the story do we see Jacob saying, I think I'm deceptive. He doesn't seem aware of it at all. In fact, he appears perfectly comfortable with the way he operates when he deceives Esau out of his birthright. But then he meets Laban, and suddenly something fascinating happens. The deceiver gets deceived. The manipulator gets manipulated, and the schemer gets schemed. Jacob experiences from the receiving end what he had been doing all the while to others. And for the first time, what was invisible becomes visible. This is why Jesus said, "First remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." Now let's go back. Notice that word, then. Jesus wasn't saying ignore the speck. He also wasn't saying pretend problems don't exist. He wasn't saying discernment is wrong. He was saying deal with your own blindness first. Because people who have faced their own blind spots become much gentler when helping others face theirs. A blind spot is called a blind spot because you can't see it. Everybody else may see it, but you don't. Sometimes God uses loving friends to reveal it. Sometimes He uses circumstances. Sometimes He lets us experience our own behavior from the other side. Not because He hates us, but because He loves us. That's not condemnation. That's growth. That's transformation. And honestly, if my zipper is down, I'd rather hear it from a friend than discover later that everybody else already saw it.